Resolution 861. We look forward to have so many friends for you from all over the United States of America, or almost like in Minnesota, working also, reaching out to. We have heard you. You have told us many times, and this time we are going to work hard. And thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Now I would like to recognize community organizations represented here for briefly say a few minutes. This time I would like to recognize Michelle from Minnesota Advocate for Human Rights. And then just brief minutes for community organizations.
Have to move this down. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Garnett-McKenzie. I'm a Deputy Director at the Advocates for Human Rights. I heard you say Minnesota Advocates for Human Rights, and some of you may even remember us from before that because we have worked with so many of you over the years, side by side on this. We are a human rights organization based here in Minneapolis, dedicated to promoting and protecting human rights in our community and in partnership around the world. And this is a human rights violation affecting our community. This is Minnesota. The Advocates is deeply concerned about the sharp increase in human rights violations by the government of Ethiopia against the Oromo, the Ogaden, and so many others whom it sees as a threat to its power. Recent actions by the government of Ethiopia, including that declaration of the state of emergency, the ban on the use of social media, and the restriction of foreign diplomats' freedom of movement within Addis Ababa, threaten the most basic human rights to safety, to freedom of speech, to freedom from arbitrary arrest and detention, to freedom from torture and summary executions. We know this happens. We hear it from our clients. The government of Ethiopia's violence against those who dissent is escalating, but it is nothing new. It builds on decades of systematic surveillance, arrest, detention, torture. We know because we hear from person after person who has fled Ethiopia to seek asylum in our community. The widow who fled after the execution of her husband after the roundups in 1993 of Oromo leadership, through today, from the woman who was arrested and tortured after she visited family in Minnesota when a protest happened to be happening. She got off the plane in Addis, and she had to get back on after being tortured by your government. There is a reason that we are all here today. We have a message for the government of Ethiopia. The human rights violations are happening as we speak, and they're happening to our neighbors, our friends, our community, our citizens. Despite your best efforts, we know what is going on, and we are watching. I am deeply grateful to Representative Ellison and his colleagues for taking as many steps forward as possible to ensure transparency and accountability, and we will hold the government of Ethiopia accountable for these violations. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Kate Ellison, Congressman Kate Ellison, and my other Ethiopian fellows. I will say good morning, and this is an opportunity and good situation, time to share and express ourselves and what's going on back home. My name is Muhammad Abbas, and I'm representing the Ogaden community. And to tell you the fact, Congressman Keith and other dignitaries, the human rights, Michelle and others, Ethiopian people are bleeding. What's going on today in Ethiopia and other regions like Oromia and Amara and Gambela and Benishangul and so countless communities inside Ethiopia has been started in Ogaden 20 years ago and is still going on. Killing, detention, disappearance, luring, disappearances, luring and rape and all this kind of human rights crimes against the human rights is culture of TPLF. There's no doubt the Ethiopian-led regime of TPLF is using the money and the equipment provided by the United States. I have seen the Humvees and the US-made vehicles using by the TPLF police and military, and that's very sad. The donations and support of the United States is using by the TPLF to suppress and kill the innocent civilians. And today, the situation is where there's no trust between the Ethiopian people and the regime led by TPLF. There's no actually relationship, even sharing power, democracy, and foreign. That's a lip service. That's what the Ethiopian regime uses, and propaganda they spread the world. It was long time ago when many Ethiopians expressed it. There's no democracy. For example, in 1995, the election was fraud, and it was an election that the TPLF claimed money, positions of elected officials saying we won that bad, and that caused almost 2,000 civilians death. The last election, they said we win 99%. That's something the world and Ethiopian people and everybody in the Horn of Africa can recognize. There's no government ever in the history that won an election 99%. And I would like to leave the Congressman Keith Ellison and my other friends of human rights and other Ethiopian communities here in this hall today, that the situation is a situation need to be acted very quickly and decisively, because this martial law, the curfew, military curfew that of 6 months, is disguising to kill the people. If they are hiding, they cut the internet and all communications. We heard that they were instructed, the regime soldiers, they were instructed to confiscate or took any money, any telephones, anything they found, the house-to-house search. They are using that. They take your money and they say, this is the money sent by the rebels. You received this money from the terrorists. So they are legitimizing. They are looting and killing and taking the people's property. Thank you very much, and this is very good time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kate Allison. Thank you, everyone in the room. My name is Ali Sultan from Afar community leaders and human rights activists also. Whatever is occurred, we are here to stand up for human rights abuse. I want to just say thank you for everyone here. I will say a couple words in Afar, we're just here for Mafara. Mafara, she's Afar singers. She's an activist, Afar singers. She's been detained since October, beginning of October this year. I mean, a couple weeks now. And we're just calling for her freedoms. And that's why we're here. We are standing here for the human rights abuse with our fellows, Ethiopians, Oromos, Amara, with everybody here. And I want to say a couple words in Afar too. So I'll read you guys because that's my language. I will say a couple words in Afar. تو عدك الكهنة نمي أكيد أليسن يعني هكل كونغرسمان كادو يعني كادو بارم ما كادو أكل نفول اللي كادو أورومو أماراي لا عديد الإثيوبيا توبكو إن كان كل سلطات وعدنا لنساكو كادو عساكو كادو وسلام كيه سنين مرة هذا سلطة كلي لأنه كادونا مفاريا وسط باتلي وبارو كنتنا برينياكا و على جرال مريفوها مثلا هنا مكادو بارتي تاني ويتان مستقبلها لأنه تتي حبا يعني منا لأنه تتكه بريني باتلي يعني منا وقدامها أكل كادو سلمين كيه سنمرة سلطة وعدنا لأنه كادونا نت مع عندك هذا الوقت نبريني كاو كادو كيت السنة متاع نبتهي ويسا كادو محاني نيلك أبوكو نيني واجب أبنا فردتا أتاكونا محا إسلام اللي سبتك كده سلا كونغرسمان كيت علي سيني رأكية تنتوب كادو يتوب يكتني لأنه إنما نيني ويسا نيما عندي وقت تنيا حبانا فردتا يعني متتك هبريني باتل يعني منها هاي ورينا كادو سبتها الحنو كادو تيتك مر عناي قد ياسيني كرحي السلام عليكم
Ethiopian community.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. It's clear, right?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone, and I feel it's nice to see Ethiopians gather together for the common cause. And thank you, Representative Kate, for be part of the solution in our Ethiopian case.
Yes, sir.
I just want to add one thing that Representative Kate said. Although our gathering is due to the tragic killing in Eritrea of Oromo people, but the oppression, the tyranny, the dictatorship of Ethiopia is not only targeted Oromo people, it's all over the nation. I'm representing the Ethiopian community in Minnesota. I'm the chairman of the Ethiopian community in Minnesota. In fact, this community is supposed to be an umbrella of different communities like Gambella, Ogari, and so on. But it's nice to see different communities. So my point is, we have the common enemy, and the United States knows about undemocratic government in Ethiopia. The United States knows about the human rights abuse in Ethiopia, but now the time has come to rise up or to be part of the Ethiopian people, because the Ethiopian people all over the nation, from south to east, west to north, are uprising against the government. So it's a good opportunity to voice our voice with a common cause, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Yero Talata again. Udo.
Namu amana kuletani din tani din.
Good morning. My name is Udol. Udol. Good to see everybody here. I'm really happy to be with you guys, and I'm also so thankful for Congressman, because Congressman work transcends borders. He takes his work as a human, not because of his fame, because of something else. He looks everybody as a human being. Ethiopian issue is a human being to him. It's not only Oromo, it's not only Añuak, it's not only Somalia, it's a human issue. I would say that he is the best person for this job. What he did for Gambella, the genocide, it started with Ogaden. I could say it started everywhere. But what they did to us, to Añuak and Gambella, in 2 days, they massacred 1,000 people.
Yes.
People of Ethiopia, in every walk of life, they stood with us. They said that this is not a good thing. United States Embassy went to Gambella, saw the tragedy. But people of Gambella are still waiting for the graves, the remains of all those people killed. Thank God we are in this country, we are free. What about the 95 million people in Ethiopia? What are we going to do for those people? What makes this country great is not because of divisiveness, it's because of unity. Nobody in this country will lead if it doesn't bring people together. Leadership is bringing people together, not dividing people. We are our worst enemy because we don't stand up as one people. We share 99% interest in everything. The only thing we have in difference is when we take this down, the head we all carry all the time, the tribe, the identity. We are all one. Whether you are in the US, you love your family. You love freedom. Freedom to congressmen is not Ethiopian issue. It's not an American issue. It's a human being issue. So today, if you want to make this work much better, we should stand up with him as a one people. What he did for Gambela, he wrote a letter to President asking for someone who is not American citizen, a Norwegian, who was abducted. We are all the time standing for anybody who is being abducted, whether Bakele Garba, whether Ukelakpai, who was abducted from South Sudan, whether Andargachu Tsege, who was abducted from Yemen. We all share the same pain. So we should stand up and we tell the truth. We stand for people like Congressman, who's fighting for all of us. But we don't want to do things separately. We all fail. So I thank you so much having this opportunity to see everybody here. We'll move forward. We'll be behind you. Whatever you do, we are always with you. God bless all of you. God bless Ethiopia. Unity is the way forward.
Next is Sahai Marsha from Ethiopian Advocacy Network. Sahai.
Thanks so much for the opportunity from today's state. My name is Sahai Marsha. I work for Ethiopian Advocacy Network. Also, I'm a member of the Ethiopian community. Today, I'm here to really nothing to tell you new, but it's what's going on in Ethiopia. Ethiopia has 83 ethnics, we all know, and just one ethnic is the leader now, which is 6% of Ethiopian people. 6% is for 94%. They are leading 94% Ethiopians. So to survive that small ethnics, to survive, they have to massacre other ethnics. Oromo, Amhara, the whole ethnics, it doesn't matter what ethnics they are, they have to kill them or massacre them to live, to survive. That's 6 ethnics. For that, to me, America also has a huge part on that. All of us here, we do pay taxes. I was very happy when I came here first time paying tax. But now I'm not happy paying tax. Why? I know where my tax money goes now. That tax money goes to those brutal leaders, like Ethiopian government. That's my big concern for American government. My tax money, instead of doing the good things and helping the other human rights, it goes to the brutals. So that's my concern. And as we all knew, now they have already martial laws working in Ethiopia. On Monday, my neighbor got killed. He's 23 years old, just graduated from college. And he got killed, just doing nothing, just walking from work to home. He was a very good student. He was a very role model for other kids in our neighbor. And so these things, until when American government be quiet about this? American government should stand with the majorities, not with the minorities. Those are brutals. So please, our congressman, do something on this. They knew, America knew more than we know. They knew everything more than we know. Just we are here as a sample to talk about it. But they have a lot of information than we do. So we really have to go deep and explain everything because you guys knew everything. Human rights are talking every day. Every newspaper is talking every day. So please stand up with us and work with us. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. This time, Mr. Nagasa Dube, Nagasa Odo from Oromo Federalist Congress Support Group. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Representative Keith Allison. Thank you,
Michelle from Advocates. Thank you, all of you, all participants. I just want to share a few things. The first thing is 3 major things happened recently, just within 3 months. The first one is the prison fire in Clinton. Clinton fire killed a lot of people. We still don't know how many people were killed in that fire. We still don't know the numbers. But most of the bodies were shot. That's what people witnessed. Okay, not fire, but shot. And when I heard about it, because I have been in Ethiopian prison from 2004 to 2007, when I was a third year at Sabah University student, I was taken to Clinton. I have been to Makalai. I have been in that prison. In November 2005, the same thing happened to them in the prison. Just few people, few prisoners throw a stone to police, being within the prison. Then police massacred 109 people. Most of people were shot while they were in the room. My friend is like Alamayo Garba were shot while he was sitting in his chair in the prison and having lunch. I saw in my naked eyes 109 people killed that time. That was the Kaliti massacre. There was protest outside due to 2005 Ethiopian election. People were protesting outside. Outside, more than 200 people were killed. However, only in the prison, I have seen 109 people. Then the other tragedy that occurred was Recha massacre. That was October 2. People were barehanded, were celebrating Recha. Actually, now the government can't hide that because there are videos. People didn't say anything, simply chanted down, down, TPLF. That's all people say. So the number is controversial. Some say 55. The government admitted 55. Activists say up to 500. And opposition parties say 678. Because the bodies were not given to the people, to the families. So we can't know the number. So the third thing now, Ethiopian government has declared state of emergency. Since the state of emergency declared, the police forces were allowed to do whatever they like. They confiscate mobile phones because people can record. They confiscate laptops, they break it down. They break gates of the people, break down TVs. They confiscate satellite dishes. They do everything. They rape women. Let me tell what happened to my dad on just the next morning. The declaration, it was declared on October 10th. Military forces with 4 convoy was deployed to the city, to the town. It's a small town. Early in the morning, before people wake up, they started to break gates, break doors, and enter. They break the door of my father's house. They entered. He was not even awake. They attacked him. His right hand is broken. Now he's in hospital, like getting treatment. Then what they did, the whole population came out of a house. They make them crawl for about 1 kilometer or 2, crawl on the street. So now everybody is injured on his knee. People cannot walk. That happened to 4 towns in Guji, in a Guji zone, South Oromia, where I was born. And that is happening everywhere. In RC, the same is going on. In Shawa, the same is going on. Everywhere, confiscation, looting. This is what is happening. Now everything is almost restricted by this state of emergency, including the science, including what is left to the people, eating, drinking, and breathing. All other things are restricted by this state of emergency. The state of emergency is not even constitutional, even in accordance with the Ethiopian constitution. Thank you very much. This is all I want to say. Then our congressman should stand with us. The state of emergency should stop. And all those killings should stop. And we want this, justice for the victims. We want investigation for that. All political prisoners should be released. And that country should come back to the peaceful state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator Kidelasan and our guest. All of you, I would say thank you for Oromo community. What I'm going to say is genocide, it's not something we tell to U.S. government. They do know more than what we do. They do see more than what we see.
But this thing is continuing. It's not getting resolved. Every single day, mother is being raped in front of her kids, in front of her husband. Women are dying, kids are dying. We are losing one whole generation in these 11 months. For how long U.S. government is going to support dictator regime? To not stand with the nation, but to stand with the dictator regime. I will ask you, listen, before the things getting worried, please can you find a solution as soon as possible? We will be with you. We will do whatever we can for you. And thank you for you being with us and be voice of voiceless. Thank you very much.
Okay, namoota afaan Oromootiin dhageenye waan asirratti deemaatiin jiru xiqquma isin jechuu barbaada. Guyyaadhaa keessayyuu asitti argamneef Congressman Keith Ellison waan inni nuuf godhe ji'a Eeprilii keessa yaadattanii Washington DC'tti Tom Lantositti achitti nu geessee dhimmi keenya akka dhagamu nuuf godhee sadarkaa addunyaatti geessuu danda'eetiin jira. Ammallee irra hojjetaatiin jira. House Resolution 861 ka jedhu baasee akkuma ammas harkaa qabdan kana ammallee irra hojjechuu qabdanii waamuu qabdanii naannoo bakka isinillee anillee waan danda'u gama kiyyaan hin godhaa isinis waan dandeettan uummata keessaniif gama keessaniin godhaa jedhaatiin jira. Kana jechuun bira dhaabachuu danda'uu qabdan. Mee harka keessaniin mul'isa harka dhaabate. Bira dhaabachuu danda'uu qabdan. Ittaan sun waldooleen adda asirratti argaman kun hundinuu gaafa 29 guyyaa sanbataa 29 hiriira guddaa ka tokkichummaan hundi keenya dhaabannee waa'ee amma biyya kana labsameetiin jiru hiriira Cedar Riverside irraa ka'ee hanga MCTC deemuu qopheessaatiin jiru. Yeroo dheeraa irratti mari'ataatiin turre so kanallee akka beektaniitiin argamtan guyyaa sanbataa ta'a. Gafa Diddami Sagali, Jiakana Diddami Sagal. So what I just said is that the communities who are represented here today from Ethiopia are organizing a solidarity rally, particularly demanding respect for human rights and also change in that government, because the government does not represent half of its own population. And we will be rallying on October 29, 2016 from Cedar Riverside. The rally starts at 10 o'clock, Cedar Riverside over here, and it goes up to 5 o'clock all the way through Washington to the government center, then to MCTC. So we would like to welcome you all. If there are some extra papers, if you could get that. And with that, I just want to say a few words, Congressman. We really, really appreciate a lot. And there are so much double standard when it comes to Ethiopia. We don't know why. The former UN Secretary for United Nations has brought, when human rights records came to Kenya, he referred to International Criminal Court. However, during the same period, when about 195 Ethiopians were killed in the streets of Addis, nothing has happened. And it's so puzzling. And we really appreciate you, particularly you brought USID into Twin Cities, to see us and work with us. There are so many things that are not compatible with U.S. foreign policy that should be really examined with your legislative power of the voice that you have in the legislature. With that, we are with you. We appreciate so much, and thank you. And if you have any last or question or do this thing. This time I turn to the Congress, Keith Ellison.
Look, everyone has made compelling testimony. We have work to do. We have to band together. Let me tell you honestly, no single politician can get this done. It's going to take all of us. Right. And I want to say thank all of you for standing up, being strong. You're going to save the lives of perhaps millions of people through your courage standing up today. So let's keep on pushing. No backing down. Thank you very much.
Please vote. Please vote. Call your friends. Call your family members. Make it heard.
odona mi deme to ko ke to don deme the matter that can you be attend on election day everybody I say attend to ko ke to one minute jo kai ni gargara bangutton downtown itu dari akabil mata ke tambona you have to come in downtown voting from Monday is that Monday. Thank you.